People have some misconceptions when it comes to minimalism and Christmas. We don't have many decorations, no gifts, no fun, just kind of sad. And that is just not true. Well, I mean, some of it's true, like the whole not giving gift thing. Let me explain. 88% of Americans feel that the holidays are the most stressful time of the year. And I was definitely part of that 88% a couple years ago when I was a lot more consumeristic about Christmas. I remember staying up through the night on Thanksgiving night to go Black Friday shopping, going to store after store for like the entire month of December, trying to find different gifts for everybody and getting them, honestly, a bunch of crap that they didn't really need, and then receiving a bunch of stuff that, well, it was fun to get at the time, I didn't end up using a couple months later. But now, over the past couple years, I've been really trying to incorporate minimalism into my Christmas to make it a less stressful holiday that I can really enjoy, and kind of cut out this whole commercialism, consumeristic side of Christmas, and really spend my time and energy and money doing things that are really fulfilling and honestly a lot more fun and less stressful than what I used to do before. First of all, yes, we do decorate for Christmas. I have a real tree. We went out and we chopped it down like animals. And this is something that we've always done, is have a real Christmas tree. So that's something that's kind of important to us. I like the way it smells. I like the way it looks, the coziness of it. And while it might not be as minimalist as a fake tree or no tree, which it turns out a lot of you guys are doing, it is something that I really enjoy personally. And we did actually save a little bit of money on it because if you can see, like, one side has very little stuff on it, so it was like a on sale tree for $40 instead of like a $70 or $100 tree for the other ones. Anyways, we do have decorations that we put out. It's not a ton of stuff. It's like honestly like 10 or 15 things, but I don't think there's anything wrong with decorating a little bit for different seasons and enjoying them. You don't always have to have like no stuff whatsoever. Like, a lot of people, I think, take minimalism to an extreme, and while that might be right for them, for me, I like to, have a little bit of a holiday season without going over the top and spending, 3 days decking out your entire house. I think that might be a little bit too much, but there is definitely a happy medium in there somewhere. Something that we've also been trying to focus on over the past couple of years is really doing events that are right for us. So whether that's saying no to like Christmas parties or any type of, event or cooking things that aren't necessarily necessary, just trying to make sure that we practice the same things that we are practicing the rest of the year around the holiday season, when you can get pressured into doing things. And it's okay to say no when somebody invites you to something, or when somebody asks you to do something. It's okay to say no when it's not right for you or not right for your family. So while this can be a hard thing, and I think we're all kind of hardwired to say yes and to try to please everybody, you're not really gonna please everybody. It's just kind of how it is. So that's something we've also been trying to focus more on this year, is just having a more simple holiday season without having stuff scheduled constantly for like a couple months. Gift giving. While we are doing a few gifts this year, we're mostly trying to focus on just doing things that we were gonna get anyways. Like, I needed jeans, for instance, so I was like, hey, can you get me jeans and just like give them to me for Christmas, that we have something to open. We're kind of to the point now where if we need something, we'll go out and get it, and we don't really want just extra stuff for the sake of having extra stuff. So that's something that we definitely did a while ago, and most years I would get mugs or boots or whatever it was for people that they didn't really need. And this year, I think it's been good to have open, honest conversations, like with my wife, where we're like, we don't really need anything. Maybe we'll take a trip for Christmas instead, and we'll just do a few gifts, but we mostly know what they are because it's stuff that we know we'll actually use and like and enjoy, because we kind of pick them out for ourselves. But it does get a little bit more complex when it comes to family and friends, and I think that's where it is important to have honest and open conversations. And that's been really cool over the past couple of years, as I've been talking to more people and just kind of explaining why we aren't getting gifts or doing as many gifts for other people, and instead trying to switch more to experiences. So maybe gifting gift cards for, a massage or a weekend away or movie tickets or something like that, where it's going to be an experience, or taking somebody out for dinner. I think that's definitely a more fulfilling and enjoyable experience for everybody, and then you don't have to kind of feel pressured about, well, they gave me this and I gave them that, and theirs is more expensive, and do they even like it? And it's like this whole thing that goes around with gift giving. So I think it's good to talk about, like, hey, let's all just get together instead and do no gifts and have a good time and enjoy each other's company. and not feel pressured to give everybody in your life something. What we're actually doing with my family this year is we're all pitching in, and we're gonna rent like an Airbnb for either a weekend or a full week and just get together sometime after Christmas and just hang out with each other and just go out and do stuff that's going to be more enjoyable and really have fun with each other, instead of having a bunch of gifts on Christmas morning that most of us won't use the rest of the year. Now, this can lead into some dilemmas, like when people give you gifts that you didn't necessarily want or need or have a use for, or they don't fit. And it's at times like this where it's important to be grateful for that person trying to do something nice for you, even if you maybe already have a duplicate of that thing, or whatever the reason why you can't really use it. But then also being honest with them and open with them, and maybe letting them know that, hey, I really appreciate this gift, but I can't use it, so I'm gonna give it to somebody who can use it, or I'm gonna re-gift it next year. Just being honest and open with people about what you're trying to do in your life and why you're trying to do it, instead of just hanging on to stuff out of guilt so that you won't offend them. I know I've definitely done that, where I've hung on to stuff for literally over a year and never used it once, because if that person came over and asked if I still had that thing, I would be worried, and I would want to make sure, oh yeah, I have it, I use it, thanks, it was great. Instead of just being honest and letting them know the truth. And I think that's going to end up having a lot better relationships, and in general is going to be a lot better for you in your life, and also your friendship or relationship with that other person. At least that's something that I'm trying to do more without being a jerk about it. Real quick, I wanted to just let you know that I just started a membership for the channel. It's only $3 a month. It has podcasts, live streams, extra videos, more behind the scenes stuff, Q&A, like a bunch of extra content. I went with what I think is a really cheap price that I would actually pay for myself, so hopefully the value will be way more than that. Anyways, feel free to check it out. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next week.